Hello, this is Dwight Norris of fishingatwork.com on a Wednesday at the Boston Harbor. Once again, the easiest place for me to get to. And today I wanted to talk about, do fishing lures work? We're talking about the artificial kind. Now you may have seen me the last, week or so only using artificial baits and not using my worms. Well, I actually went into the fridge just now to look for them and realized they were gone. Nobody said they were cleaning out the fridge at work today. I'll have to check up on this. Did somebody know I have worms? Because my name's on it. But anyway, artificial baits. Why do I use them? Well, let's go over a few of the pros of artificial baits. One, it doesn't, break down. Worms fall off over a period of time. They get bitten in half. You may get some good fish that are highly skilled at getting worms off without getting caught. But your bait will stay on your line through and through, cast after cast, at least for a couple years, most things, unless it's a soft plastic bait, but even those will last over a year. So it has that advantage. It lasts a long time, and you can keep casting it over and over and over again. Two is it's a moving bait, so it's more realistic. When you throw something like a worm in the water, you have a bobber or you have a weight connected to it, and you just let it sit there and you wait for the fish to come to you, rather than you crossing the fish's path. And when you're using a live bait instead of an artificial bait, you're relying on an actual hunger. They're hungry, they're looking for fish or a worm, and they actually want to take and bite it. But a lure will be passing by, and they're actually doing more of a reaction bite than anything. They see a bait going by, they know that bait, they're like, oh, I have to eat that thing. Next thing you know, their mouth opens up and they suck it in, they don't even know what happened. And honestly, that's one of the more fun types of fishing. This can be attributed to things like topwater fishing, where you go in across a set of lily pads with a frog, or you're using one of those, the zigzag ones where you pull it and it turns to the left and it turns to the right and it turns to the left. Nice little V pattern in the water, and fish just love to chase things when they're really active. And when you see it boil in the water and go whoosh, that's awesome fun. I should try to do more topwater fishing, but since there's less time, I want to have my bait in the strike zone and it going in the fish's face or wherever it is for the most amount of time, which will allow me to catch more fish with less time, which is what this is all about. Yes, we're about having fun, but yes, we're about catching fish effectively and under time constraints. So that's what we want to use artificial baits for. Now, another reason, you can have several of these baits and not take up much space. You can have your little minnow shad like I have with the treble hooks. You can have a worm, you can have a lizard, you can have a frog, you can have that little white grub thing that I've been using now. You can have it with a spinner or without a spinner. I've caught fish with both. I kind of like the spinner because I think mentally that the sound it makes might make a flash in the water, and then they'll see the white grub and they'll think it's maybe more than one minnow, or that the minnow is just turning awkwardly and flashing, and they're like, oh, it's a minnow, I can see it from a mile away, I'm going after him. And they might actually attack from further away than they would if it was just a white grub. They'd have to be like right next to it. I have to like, like no choice but to bite this thing. It's about to go in my mouth by itself. So that's another reason to use an artificial bait. Also, well, there's a yes and a no reason for using it. I learned that treble hooks don't do well openly in bags. Like, they hook everything and then you get stuck in the bag and you try to pull out and you break barbs, which I did in my minnow, which I'm gonna have to actually buy new treble hooks to attach to that minnow. And it is expensive, so I'm not gonna throw away the minnow because the hooks are bad. I can replace those hooks easily, and I can get stronger ones, or maybe stay with the less strong ones so that the hooks break and not the actual minnow itself. But that's the portability of that is great. If you have to carry on weights with it, like say you're using like a worm, so you need to do a Texas rig, and you have all those Texas rig bullet weights in there, it might get a little heavy. You don't want to carry that around your back. So, but another reason, unless you're using like the Berkley gulp baits, which I highly recommend, you generally won't get dirty from using your bait. Worms will have that dirt in there, and as soon as you grab it, it's all up in your fingernails and you can't get it off. It's nasty. You have to, you know, maybe cut the worm in half and all the guts come out, and it, you know, it's not pleasant. But when you're a fisherman, you don't think about that kind of stuff. You don't care until you look down in your hands and you want to eat a sandwich and you don't want to get the worm guts on it. Not good. Also, if you have like a live bait well and you have minnows in there, or an eel, let's say you're ocean fishing, they're a little slimy. They have a little smell, and you don't want that smell to get on your clothes. You don't want it to get on your food, and you don't want people to smell it afterwards either if you're fishing in the middle of the day like I am during work. So that's another reason that you might want to use artificial lures. Now, this doesn't mean that artificial lures are the best thing ever. Oh my god, everybody should use artificial lures. Well, no. Live bait is live bait. It's real. Would you eat a sandwich made of burger, or would you eat a sandwich made of paper? I think we as humans can tell the difference, at least when we get close up, maybe further away. That wax fruit in that bowl that your grandmother has might look a little delicious, but please don't bite into it. It's not real. So yeah, we could be fooled too, but it has to be a really good presentation. And this is the kind of presentation that you need to do with your baits. Not just with the bait itself. It's you know, the way it looks, the way it reflects, the way it sounds, but also the way you work the bait with techniques, which I won't talk about today. There's many, you know, jigging, trawling, reeling it in, start, stop, sinking ones, floating ones. It goes on and on. So back to the premise. Do artificial lures work? Yes, they work. They work great. Use them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And just like yesterday when I caught a nice bass next to a lily pad with that little white grub with a spinner on it, I'm going to try it again on the other side. Well, further toward the ocean side of the river, which I can watch you right now. So if I catch anything, I'll add it to this video. Now get out there and go fishing. Also wanted to say that on this river are some gigantic carp just chilling. Sometimes I'll see them along this rock wall, this concrete wall here, just doing absolutely nothing. And some people like carp fishing, but I'm honestly not one of them. But if you are, please, you know, hook up corn or whatever else you want to use and fish for those as well. I'm sure they'll put up a good fight.